Hello there, I am known as the narrator. I have come here at the request of Mr. Knight tonight to narrate to you, our viewers, just what is happening right in front of me as Mr. Knight enters the room. I see that Mr. Knight is now sitting down on his chair, getting ready for a pitch meeting. I am now moving into position to record a secret recording of the meeting.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's based on an animated show called Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh, is it any good? People seem to love it, sir, so I figure it could be a good idea to, take hours of storytelling and cram it into a 90-minute movie. I mean, that's probably fine. Yeah, no, it's probably not a big deal. So what happens in this thing? Well, the movie takes place in a world where, different people and tribes can, control the elements like water, air, earth, fire. Oh, how do they do that? By moving their arms around, slowly, for quite some time. Doesn't sound super exciting. Yeah, no. It's gonna be like watching old people do Tai Chi in the park, just really taking their time with it. Moving their arms around, doing it real slow. Well, okay then. So anyway, then we're gonna meet this girl Katara and her brother Sokka or Seko or something. Oh, and what are they like? Oh, well, in the show Soko, he's a very funny character. Nice. Yeah. So we're not gonna do that in the movie. Oh, we're not? No, like I said, we gotta cram a bunch of episodes into a single movie, so there's no time for anyone to have, personalities or character traits or anything. Yeah, probably not too important anyway. That's what I figured. So Katara, she can kind of water bend, right? So she accidentally drops a bunch of water on her brother. Oh, so he gets all wet? No. Oh, he doesn't. A big ball of water dropped on him doesn't wet him at all. Well, we're off to a great start so far. Thank you. So anyway, then they stumble upon this boy that's been frozen in ice for 100 years. His name is Ong. And you're sure that these name pronunciations are the same as they are in the show? There's literally no way for me to verify that. Oh, that's too bad. And so this kid Ong can actually bend all the elements. He's this thing called the Avatar, and he's the last airbender. That's the name of the movie. It is. Wow. So anyway, the Fire Nation have taken over the world, right? They're like the bad guys and they run the show. Okay. And we're gonna meet this Fire Nation Prince Zuko. And he really wants to get his hands on the Avatar so he can stop being exiled. He doesn't like being exiled. Oh, not being exiled is tight. It is pretty great. So he straight up kidnaps Ong, he takes him. Very rude. So obviously Katara and Sokka, they're like, we gotta go get this kid, he's our responsibility. Obviously. Wait, why is that obvious? I don't know. Have they bonded or something? Not really, no, because there's no time. We don't have time for that. Well, okay then. So then Ong manages to escape and he flies away with Katara and Sokka. And where do they go? Well, they fly all the way to the place where Ong is from, and when they get there, Katara's like, hey, is it okay if I ask your name? What, she just now asks him what his name is? Yeah, no, I guess she didn't ask him that when they met him, or when they rescued him, or when they traveled with him for a long period of time. So Ong finds out that all his family and his people have been wiped out by the Fire Nation, so he's sad for several seconds. Very emotional. And then they're gonna head over to this Earth tribe where all these people are being held captive by the Fire Nation. And they're gonna be like, hey, you guys should totally rise up. Like, that'd be great if you did that. Why hadn't they risen up before? Unclear, but Ong and Katara, they're gonna be like, you guys have Earth right under your feet. You should use that to stop the fire people. They hadn't thought of that? I guess not. Well, full disclosure, in the show, they were being held captive on the ocean, so there was no Earth for them to rise up with, but I decided to change that. Why? Oh, I'm just kind of changing things. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, I mean, sure, have fun with it, So then there's gonna be this really intense moment where 6 Earth people, they come walking out and they're doing like this haka dance thing. Oh boy, I bet they're gonna bend a lot of Earth with that, huh? Not really, no. Oh? They're gonna do that big dance and it's gonna kind of raise a single rock and they're gonna throw that at one guy. It's still kind of exciting, I guess. No, not really. Oh, okay, too bad. And so then Ong admits that he doesn't really know how to bend anything other than air, so they need to find him some teachers. Okay. So they head towards the Northern Water Tribe, and along the way, they free a bunch of other villages. Well, that's gonna be fun to see. No, we're not really gonna see any of that. Oh, we're not? Yeah, no, we gotta keep going with the story. So we're gonna say most of the interesting stuff in like a voiceover. Is that the best way to tell a story? Oh, I'm just following the first rule of screenwriting, sir. Tell, don't show. Oh, I think you got that backwards. No, I don't think so. It's like they say, you know, 1,000 pictures are worth a single word. That's also the opposite of the real one. Well, disagree to agree, I guess. That's also, okay, yeah, sure. So anyway, eventually they get to the Northern Water Tribe and they meet a bunch of waterbenders and Princess Penis Hair. What? And her and Sackboy, they fall in love right away, you know, so they're in love now. What makes them fall in love? The fact that we're gonna say that they're in love now in a voiceover narration. And you're sure we shouldn't be showing these moments instead of dumping them out in voiceover? Absolutely I am. Well, okay then. Screenwriter guy and producer guy became great friends during this conversation. They went on to fight many battles together and win several wars. Of course, this had always been the prophecy. You see, when producer guy was a young child, he was told that he was the chosen one, like Neo in The Matrix. But because of a leather allergy, he didn't think he could live up to those high expectations, and he ran away to Hollywood. Also later, he and screenwriter guy would both become president of the United States. Together, they shared the job, like a tag team of presidents, one of which could not wear leather. And when aliens invaded, everyone was very grateful to have producer guy and screenwriter guy as co-presidents of the United States. Also, the building that they're in right now during this conversation is on fire, but they're gonna get out of it just fine. Don't even worry about it. Anyway, so then the Fire Nation, they attack the Water Kingdom. Oh no. Yeah, and this bad guy from the Fire Kingdom, he's gonna kill a fish, which is actually the moon spirit, which is actually where the water people get their power. Oh, I mean, okay. Yeah, don't worry, it's all gonna be very clear to the audience, because we're gonna explain it verbally, out loud with words. A whole lot of exposition. So then the princess, she's gonna give her life to the fish, because one time the moon spirit gave her life, and so it's like, yeah, okay, let's do that. Oh, well, great, I guess, I feel absolutely nothing. Well, that's fine, I mean, we don't really have time to make people feel things here. Shouldn't we try to make people feel things, though? Isn't that what movies are all about? Actually, no. Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah. So is it gonna be tough for them to beat the Fire Nation? Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, Ong makes a really big wave and everybody sees it and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, let's stop fighting now. Oh, well, great. Yeah, it all works out. So how does the movie end? Well, the leader of the Fire Nation, he's gonna turn to his daughter and be like, hey, you gotta get ready for the sequel, okay? Oh, he has a daughter. Yeah, we're barely gonna mention her in the movie, but we're gonna show her for a second at the end, and that's really gonna tease the sequel. And you're sure this is gonna be popular enough for people to want more movies, this adaptation with all the stuff removed? I mean, people love cheese and shredded cheese, so... I mean, what are you trying to say? I'm saying as far as I can tell, people don't mind if you take something they love and, tear it to pieces. You know what? That does sound like it makes sense. Let's do it. Hey guys, it's Ryan here. Hope you like that pitch meeting. There are over 100 episodes of pitch meeting on the channel that you could check out. I also have some other videos on there, so click around. Also, let me know in the comments section what other movies you'd like to see these pitches for. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell button, the button, I don't know. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. So, you have an M. Night Shyamalan movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. Wait a minute, but you're not M. Night Shyamalan. No, I'm actually his ghostwriter. Bet you didn't know he had one of those. I didn't? Oh, that's a fun twist. You're damn right it is. That's what we're all about. Amazing. So tell me about this new movie. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be about this event that makes people kill themselves. Oh, that kind of reminds me of Bird Box. Bird Box? Is that a movie? No, what kind of a dumb movie title is Bird Box? I'm talking about a box of parakeets I used to have. Okay. Yeah, and they all killed themselves after, catching a glimpse of me naked. Oh my lord. Yeah, they must have looked over when I was changing or something. Not great for my self-esteem. Yeah, no, I guess that wouldn't be. So anyway, what happens in the movie? Well, we're gonna start off in Central Park, and this girl is freaking out because everyone around her is killing themselves because of this toxin. Why isn't she affected? I don't know. Fair enough. And then we're gonna meet the main character, Elliot, who's a high school science teacher. Oh, he's a high school science teacher? Yeah, is that a problem? It's just that I wanted to cast Mark Wahlberg in this movie, but nobody's gonna buy him as a science teacher. professor. Oh yeah, he's more of a tough guy, I guess. Unless we get him to talk in a strangely high-pitched voice. Right, he could be like, hey guys, I'm a science teacher. People are killing each other, what's going on? That works for me, so he's gonna be telling his class that sometimes nature does weird things and scientists just make stuff up to put in the books. What? And then he tells one of his students that he has a perfect face, but one day he's gonna be ugly. Oh, this guy's just the worst teacher. And then they're gonna find out about Central Park and assume that it's a terrorist attack. Okay. But Elliot is like, a terrorist attack in Central Park? That doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't that make sense? It's one of the most popular places in the world. Yeah, he doesn't think it makes any sense. Well, okay then, so what do? The natural thing anybody would do if they suspect terrorists are attacking. They go to a crowded train station and get on a crowded train. They go to a crowded train station and get on a crowded train. Those places would never be targeted during attacks. Yeah, so Elliot's gonna take the train with his distant wife Alma, his co-worker Julian, and Julian's daughter Jess. Why is Alma distant? Well, we're gonna find out that she went to have tiramisu with a co-worker. She had tiramisu with him? Yeah, it's gonna be super dramatic. Maybe that storyline would be a bit more interesting if she did more than just have tiramisu with him. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So maybe they had, you know, cheesecake. Never mind. Okay, so anyway, then the train is gonna stop and everyone's gonna get kicked off. Why? Well, the train conductor's like, we lost contact with everybody, so it's standard procedure to abandon you all in the middle of nowhere. Very harsh train procedures. So then they're gonna learn that this thing is hitting smaller and smaller populations. How do they learn that? Oh, well, I realized I could have news anchors deliver exposition, so, you know, that's how it's gonna happen always. The characters aren't gonna figure anything out for themselves? Not really, no. This news thing was much easier for me. Well, okay then. And so Elliot and Alma and Jess get a ride from a guy who loves plants and hot dogs. Oh, what's that character like? I just told you, he loves plants and hot dogs. That's the whole character? Yup, and he tells Elliot that he thinks plants are responsible for this whole thing. Oh. Yeah, he says they're able to evolve and emit toxins to survive. Interesting. And so they're gonna break off into little groups, and the little group that Elliot isn't in is gonna start killing themselves. Oh no. And so Elliot's group is gonna start yelling at him like, we have to do something, and this is on you. That's pretty mean. Yeah, so he's gonna have to use his science brain real fast. He's gonna be like, all right, be scientific, douchebag, identify the rules, design the experiment, blah, blah, blah. And what does he figure out? He figures out that, oh, maybe it is the trees. Right. So yeah, then he's pretty sure it's the trees. I mean, yeah, okay. So then they're gonna have to outrun the wind. Oh, outrunning the wind is tight. I know all about that. You do? Yeah, that's when you fart and you try to leave the room before the smell hits, right? No, I mean they're literally gonna outrun the actual wind. You're an idiot. And then they're gonna try to get some help from a crazy hermit person, but he ends up killing 2 teenagers that are with them. Oh my lord. Yeah, so they learn their lesson and they go get help from a different crazy hermit person. How crazy are we talking? Well, in the middle of the night, she's gonna be like, are you guys trying to murder me in my sleep? Oh yeah, that is pretty paranoid. Yeah, so Elliot's like, what? No, ma'am, no, we're not. Very convincing. So what kind of fun twist is gonna happen with the crazy lady? Nothing, she's just gonna die. Oh, so what was the point of all that? I don't know. Fair enough. And then Elliot's gonna end up in a different house than Alma, but they can talk through a speaking tube. Okay. And they're like, you know what, if we're about to die, let's at least be together. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, and so Alma drags that little girl Jess outside so she can go kiss her husband. Very romantic, and so they all die? Nope, because whatever was happening stopped. Why did it stop? It just stopped, I don't know. Well, okay then. And so yeah, that's about it. Wait, where's the twist? What do you mean? Don't M. Night Shyamalan movies usually have some kind of cool twist in them? Yeah, it was the tree thing. The deadly thing was the trees. But that happened so early in the movie. Yeah, but a lot of characters didn't believe it, but then yeah, that is what it was. So the twist is that that was the twist? Sure. And so what's the movie called anyway? Oh man, I completely forgot to think of a title. Let me just think of something now. Oh, it's gonna be hard to come up with a title off the top of your head. No, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, let's see. Something happens in the movie, right? Something happens in every movie. Yeah, but like especially in this one. I guess. So I guess we could call it The Happening. Yeah, sure, why not? Fantastic. So what do you think overall? Well, it sounds pretty ridiculous, to be honest. Oh yeah, you think so? Yeah, but I mean, as long as we could get the stars to stand behind this thing, I think the public will like it. Great. Hey guys, it's Ryan here. Hope you enjoyed that pitch meeting. We have a ton of these on the channel that you can check out. You could also leave me a comment down below letting me know what other movies you'd like to see pitches for. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share on Facebook and Twitter, spread it around. And as always, check back soon for a new pitch. Bye-bye.
It has come to my attention that the 2 pitch meetings recorded are for 2 popular M. Night movies, the first one being, and the second one being. Those 2 movies and their pitch meetings are saved in a hard drive that will be shown later. Oh. I see Mr. M. Night exited the meetings room. I should try to catch up with him before he goes away. Mr. M. Night, can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Why not?
I have lost track of today's date. Can you remind me please?
Let me check my smartphone. It appears to be sometime during 2021, but...
Is something the matter, sir?
My voice appears to have changed, and for some reason I remembered my long-lost cousin Mr. Sam. He used to let me play with his PC. I feel like an old man. That reminds me, let me check the model of my current hard drive.